Hey guys, Chris here from Flipping Cars, and I thought this year what I'm going to do is take you all around the car auctions that I regularly go to and explore the car auction diaries that I started a good few years ago now. And it was a great little series of videos that sort of saw me going around many different auctions from Mannheim, Aston, Bartley, BCA, and some independents as well. So I thought this year, let's have a look a little bit more in depth of that. I'll give you a flavour of what it's like to buy cars at auctions and flip cars for trade-to-trade setting. Remember, before we go any further, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss any more of this series, and why not leave a comment below. So sometimes we're really lucky and everything goes to plan, but in business that is not always the case, is it? So let's be honest, sometimes no matter what we do, things will go wrong. I'm going to share with you in this video a couple of simple things that happen on a daily basis. So best laid plans, no matter what we think, don't always go right. But in this video, I'm going to show you two examples. One, where we're going to put a car into auction to see if we can make some money on it. And sometimes we make a little plan to go and drop a car off for someone as well, because we deliver loads of cars UK-wide to our private customer base, where we buy cars for people from our car auction buying service, saving them thousands of pounds. There's the advert. But sometimes I do the deliveries. Not always, because I'm too busy. I've got a team of drivers who work for me, but now and again I go and do a delivery, and sometimes you think to yourself, that should take 2-3 hours tops. Now and again, Christ almighty, always check where you're taking these cars, because as you will see in this video, I dropped a major clanger. Question for you then, guys. Can you buy a car and flip it by selling it through a car auction? So for example, could you buy a car from a private customer, take it to auction, sell it through auction and make a profit? Now, I'm going to tell you the answer pretty much straight away, but then I'm going to see if I can contradict that answer. So 95% of the times you will not be able to make a profit on a car by pulling it into auction, unless you buy it really cheap. And the reason behind that is because when you put a car into auction, it will go in as a multi-vendor car. And we all know no one buys multi-vendor cars because we just do not know what the history is of that car. Has it got a dodgy gearbox? Is the engine knackered? We do not know. So as a trader, traders will not go and spend strong money on multi-vendor cars. But today I'm at BCA Top Car in Nottingham. And what I'm going to do is put an Audi S3, through the Top Car auction. Now, Top Car auction is for your sports, your prestige, your performance, your highly spec'd equipment. So this S3 should do okay. And the great thing about Top Car auction is you aren't listed as a multi-vendor. It's just listed as a top car sale. So you have more chance of putting your car through and making a profit on that car. So putting a car into auction normally will mean you will not make a profit, because people just don't bid strong money on multi-vendor cars. You have to buy it dirt cheap to even stand a chance of making a profit, and the likelihood of that by the time the fees are factored in is negligible. So let's give it a shot. We're here, BCA Nottingham, Top Car. Bucket load of Bentleys, loads of Continentals, the odd flying spur. Look at this, it's like a Bentley forecourt. It looks as though Porsche Finance has had all its company cars, the executive company cars, come back in off lease as well. There's a bucket loads of Cayennes, Macans, Panameras here, hybrids, diesels, the lot, all 66 plate stuff. So it should go cheap because it is December and it's a 3-year-old stuff that has just come back in off lease. So if you're looking for a prestige car, December is a fantastic time to buy. At the end of the 3-year leases, there's a shed load of stuff on the market. Let's see what happens today at auction. We've got the Top Car S3 R1, but I'm going to look at the prestige stuff in the Porsche Finance side as well. I'm sure there's some deals to be had. There we come to our stuff, Top Car stuff, RS4 there. too sure what that's doing in it. There's our one, the Audi S3. Let's see if we can flip it in auction, bought from a private seller. Looks good, grade 2. Then we get on to a Boxster and a Lotus. There's also a Panamera in the top car sale there, but there are absolutely shed loads of Porsche Finance cars in the sale. So what I've done, guys, is I've left BCA Nottingham because that car's not going to come up for about 3 more hours now. I've got better things to do than just standing in an auction hall breathing fumes all day, getting my lungs knackered and knocking years off my life. And I've just had a call off a driver. So this is like a day in the life of a car dealer of flipping cars. And I've had a call off a driver, and he can't make it to the auction to pick a car up and deliver it to a customer. So what a nightmare for me. But the bonus is, it's at Mannheim Mansfield, and I'm in BCA Nottingham, so it's not a million miles away anyway. So I've jumped in the car and here I am at Mannheim Mansfield. I'm going to pick up the car, I'm going to run it over to the customer, and then because I can't film in the auction hall anyway, I'll jump online and we'll film the sale of the S3. So I can't film in the auction hall, but I can take a snapshot of it going through online anyway, so we get to see what it goes for. So I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. In fact, I'll kill 3. I'm doing a YouTube video, I'm doing a delivery, and I'm also trying to sell a car at auction, flipping a private car through auction. The day in the life of a car dealer, eh? It is never the same. Anyway, here I am, Mannheim Mansfield, just left BCA Nottingham. Let's go and get this other car. Second thought there, actually, every time I come here and pick up a vehicle, it's always got a flat tyre. So fingers crossed, we're good to go. So here I am, I'm down at Mannheim Mansfield, forgot what I was then, and I'm picking up this car here for a customer, nice Mitsubishi L200, going to drop it off in Oldham, and also then we're going to watch the S3 go through. Yeah, and it wasn't a good idea to drop this car off. I thought I was doing everyone a favour here. It's chucking it down in rain, and as you can see, always check the drop-off location. I am in the middle of nowhere, but guess what? I got a bloody Uber. How'd you get an Uber out here? I've got one. Well, fair play, the Uber driver has turned up. I'm sitting in the passenger seat while he changes a tyre. He's only going to got a flat tyre, hasn't he? So it's just going from bad to worse, and I've got 2 hours to get from here back to Mannheim Mansfield. Yep, and we've hit the M1 and it's gridlocked, so it's just gone from bad to worse. Well, the good news is, guys, I've made it back to the office. That was a disaster, that was. I got back to Mannheim Mansfield with 1 minute before they locked my car in. I couldn't believe it. It was a mega rush down the M1. It was completely gridlocked right up to the Mansfield junction. But the Uber driver, he was cutting in between the traffic and he saved the day. Fair play to him. After that, it was a straight run back to the office. I actually flew back here. I couldn't believe how quick I got back. So the S3, that's what we want to know. How did we do? Did we flip it? Did we make a load of money? No, we didn't. It didn't sell. We set the reserve too high. Fair play to the auctioneer. They took a few bids off the wall to get it going. So what an auctioneer will do, and they can rightly do this, if there is a reserve, they can take false bids up to that reserve. So they'll take them off the wall, so they'll pretend there's a bidder there. Yep. That's fine, because it's not going to sell anyway, because it hasn't hit the reserve, and they want to get the car sold, don't they? So they're not inflating prices. There's a reserve on the car and it's not going to sell anyway. And we made the the schoolboy error of being greedy. We wanted too much for the car, so we have to shove it back through again. Here's that auction. Fair play to them, they gave it a shot for us, but don't be greedy when selling your car at auction, because the problem is, normally it's a multi-vendor car and you're not going to make any money. And the problem is, if it goes into an auction like Top Car, it's just got to have the buyers there. The bonus is, when I was at BCA Nottingham, I won a couple of cars in the auction prior. They had a BMW group sale on as well, so we didn't do too bad. And as I said in my last video, December is a fantastic time of year to buy cars at auction because the prices are low. So we picked up a couple of bargains and saved our customers loads of money, which is absolutely fantastic. But because prices are low in December, we just didn't get the money for the car that we wanted to get, did we? So let's give it a shot in January. Hopefully there'll be a few more bidders on the market. Hopefully there'll be a few people hungry for an S3 as well, so we can always stick it back through. Remember, I run the UK's largest car sourcing service for private people and traders too. Here's an example. Say you had 10 grand to buy a car with. If you went to a franchise dealer, they may have paid 8 grand for that car. So your 10 grand is buying you an 8 grand car. If you come to me through my car auction buying service, your 10 grand will buy you a car worth, say, 12 grand, won't it? Because the car would cost 10 grand, would normally sell it for 12, but you're paying that 10 grand. So if you want to save a lot of money, that's 4 grand in that example on a used car. And yes, we can offer finance, and yes, we can offer trade price warranties. Check out my new website, flippingbuddy.co.uk. It pulls in the cars from auction. You can look at the guide prices on there. You can upgrade. It's cost me £30,000, that website. You can upgrade for $22.95 and get a little bit more information and stick a bit of money in my top pocket for me as well. Check it out, flippingbuddy.co.uk. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. Did you enjoy this video? Have you been to a car auction and what was your experience of that car auction? Leave a message in the comment section below. Thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss my next video.